In a long-forgotten town, whispers of a dead finger echoed over time. A group of friends, drawn by the creepy legend, entered an ancient forest. Opening the door of a secluded house, they were awakened by the moving hands of a departing surgeon. Little did they know, their encounter would intertwine their fates with the haunting tale. Let's hear the rest of the story.
There was a town, old and forgotten. Over time, it had become abandoned and transformed into a ghost town. However, among the people living outside the town, there circulated a legend. The Dead Finger. The Dead Finger was a peculiar entity that lived in an old house hidden deep in the forest near the town. According to the legend, this entity was once a surgeon in the town, and after his death, his hands came back to life, but this time they were in a realm between the living and the dead. The townsfolk claimed that those who dared to visit the house never returned. However, a group of young and curious friends decided to put the legend to the test. One night, they passed through the silent streets of the town and ventured into the forest. As they opened the door of the house, the creaking of old boards echoed a sound that reverberated through the entire forest. Inside, they encountered a horrifying sight in the surgeon's former study. In the middle of the room, the hands of the old surgeon were placed on the table, but the fingers were alive. They trembled, moving around the table. While the youngsters were in awe, the dead fingers suddenly stopped and turned towards them. At that moment, the door of the room closed and locked behind them. The fingers slowly surrounded the young people, and one by one, they began to touch the faces of the young individuals with their fingers. From that day on, the townsfolk believed that the legend of the dead finger was true. The town had become both deserted and cursed. No one approached that old house anymore, and the dead fingers still lingered in the depths of the forest, waiting for the curious.